Hello and welcome along to another lesson with Mr. Burns. In this lesson we are going to calculate the volume of a cone without a calculator. Okay, so we'll pick this up at the point where we have substituted in the values. Okay, so we've got a third pi r squared h. Now let's initially square the 5, okay, to get 25. So we've got all the numbers there, and then we'll decide what our next step is. Okay, because we're not using a calculator, it's about making connections. Do we third the 3.14? Do we multiply the 3.14 by 25? We look for connections, okay, looking for numbers which will divide by 3. Okay, let's deal with that fraction from the outset. Okay, so a third multiplying is 60. Okay, then we're going to write that out, okay, just because if this was an exam environment, then you want to be clear in what you're doing. Okay, that's an optional line just to show, on the video we're showing that that is what we're doing, okay? We're not changing anything, we're just rewriting it in a different, rewriting it out. Okay, so a third times 60 is 20. Then you've got to think about what are you doing next, what are you multiplying next. Let's not multiply by the decimal, then a decimal again. Let's avoid that. 20 multiplying 25, strategies for that. Area multiplication, or it's your standard algorithm. Okay, or you might just decide to double your 25 and multiply by 10. Okay, so we've got 500 multiplying 3.14. Okay, because that 500 is a multiple of 100, we can do the 3.14 multiplying 3.14 multiplying 100, which is 314, and then all we have to do is multiply by 5. Okay, factors of 500, 100 times 5. Okay, so we get 314, so 300 ones, 10 ones, 4 ones. 300 times 5 is 1500, 10 times 5 is 50. Look at the way that I'm setting that out, right? Always thinking about your column headings and adding, right? Now because of my inspection, I can see that that's just going to be okay to do that from left to right. Okay, so 1570 cubic centimeters. Okay, looking for connections here. Okay, so that was a connection with the height. Okay, now in the second example, we are going to look for another connection. So if it's not with the height, then you can expect it to be with the radius. Okay, so as normal, substitute in your values. 3 squared, you can just write down the 9. I would always encourage you to do the substitution step, right? Just substitute the values in so you get those marks, okay? Then working it out at that point, because you might write down 3 squared is 6, okay? What's the connection here, right? The connection is with that radius squared. Okay, so we could write it like we done the last time, third times 9, but let's then just think about, well, that's 3, okay? Right, so 3.14 times 3 times 17, and again, will you multiply the 3.14 by 3 and then by 17, or will you try and deal with the whole numbers initially, leaving the decimal at the end? Okay, so area modelling, splitting it into your 10s and your 1s, 10 3s 30, 7 3s 21, adding 51 again by inspection. You can just go from left to right there. So 3.14 multiplying 51. Now this time it's not a multiple of 100, so let's multiply the 3.14 by 100 and then divide it by 100. Okay, so that is still the same sum. Okay, so 314, 300 ones, 10 ones and 4 ones, 50 ones and 1 1. Okay, so 3 times 5 is 15, 100 times 10 is 1000, so 15,000. 300 ones is 300, 10 50s is 500, 10 ones is 10, 4 50s is 200, and 4 ones is 4. Okay, now because of the complexity here, we will add horizontally. Okay, just be careful with this 204, and then add vertically. Notice I'm going from the right to the left here because by inspection it looks a wee bit more complicated. Okay, so 5 plus 1 is 6 and 1, right? So you know now that you've got 16,014, you still need to divide by 100. Okay, and multiply by 100 to help us with that area multiplication. 160.14 cubic centimetres. Okay, so thinking about that initial question, it was 3 times 50, right? 3.14 times 51, 3 times 50, 150. Okay, so the answer to two significant figures is 160 cubic centimetres. Okay, thanks for watching.